Hey guys, welcome to another episode with Bear It All. Babes, Jay,
MB.
Liz.
Day.
and Che, who couldn't be here today.
Shout out
Hey,
to Che.
hey.
We miss
Yes,
you.
miss
We're
you,
missing you
love.
today. We're gonna try and hold it
Yes.
down without her.
Yes, I know. All right, so let's talk about what we've been up to. We've been pretty busy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we've been so
Yes,
busy
it's been
lately.
A busy April, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Looking for our next male co-host, right?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
let me just change that. If
Potential.
Potential.
we are,
Potential.
yeah,
Potential.
right.
That sounds
'Cause
better. Potential.
You were on
What?
board before.
Yeah.
What's going
I
on?
was,
We
but
had some great candidates.
so
but
women like
a lot
us, we
less.
have so much, like you said, going on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need more drama.
I don't know.
Here
The
we
men
go.
causing drama.
They
You think
are
that they've been
causing drama.
Wait, but you are. If you're talking about personal life, it's a little
No,
different. than-
imagine they're just trying to submit, and they're already cousin,
okay.
cousin
you mean,
headaches.
So the comments.
The
yeah.
comments.
Well,
and
yeah, we
hello.
did have. So we had like 30 submissions.
Yeah, we had a lot.
had a lot
We
of
had a lot,
submissions.
which was good. It was
Yes.
exciting
Yeah.
to see
It
how much
was.
we
It
got.
was.
Because now we have a whole lineup of
Yeah.
male guests.
Yes.
However, we did kind of like narrow all
Narrow
that down to
yeah, what, 6 or 7?
yeah, and then we did Zooms, and then
Different personalities,
Yes.
different backgrounds. So
And
it's
it is
definitely interesting.
Yeah, and it was difficult to
Narrow it down.
get the feel off of everybody through Zoom. I think we got
Especially, yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to definitely
know whether or
push
not we wanna
people
move forward.
through.
Right.
But it will be exciting to meet some of those people in person.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then so we're gonna have
definitely.
people come in person. So we will.
Longer conversation, more in depth.
I know, and I know we keep talking about like, I mean, you made a point, like, can one man handle like all the conversations? And it's not that because they're outnumbered, really.
Right,
It's
right.
5 of us, so it's not that it wouldn't be good.
No, it's remember what one of our past guests said? One man for 7 women. If he can't handle 5, there's a problem. That's how I see it. It's only 5 of us. So
Well,
But no,
it is a
that-
lot,
that's
though.
the point,
Yeah.
and that was the point that was misunderstood before. I think a male perspective is definitely needed, right?
Right,
We
yeah.
definitely need it. I don't know that we'll need it for every episode.
Or
that
even the same man
and I
every
don't think I
time.
need the same man, right? So for me, it's not one man for the podcast.
You guys were all in an open relationship.
yes, we
but
are.
different men, yes.
Oh, I would like
Relationship.
that. Every day.
For the podcast or for you see what I'm saying?
She just goes.
This is a spicy one, okay? She don't know what she wants. Well, however, I
it's
do
getting hot in here.
Yeah.
I do have my thoughts about that too.
We'll have to dive into that another day.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Again, like it's not like we're sold on anything. However, it is nice to have a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
agree, but I think
the
it's
same one.
the same one. I don't think just like it's 5 of us that are given different perspective, different ideas, different background. Having different men come and getting, let's say if it's a single man,
a revolving door,
a
guys.
married someone,
Next.
yeah,
Who's the next
exactly.
And I think that when we were going through the whole interview process, I think that was something to be said because almost every person that we did interview or speak to, they had a highlight of something
something.
of their personality that was just kind of like, okay. And then there
Or
were
low
some
light.
other things.
or low light.
There were some other things that, was just kind of like, oh, I don't think they're going to be a great fit for us.
Right.
Well,
'cause
it's not
we
just
wanna
it's not
compliment
just their
us.
conversation, right? It's the whole look. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure it has to be like somebody who is. I think one of the guys he said you want to make sure that it's somebody who compliments you
Compliments
guys.
us,
Compliments
right.
you
Yes.
guys.
You know,
Right.
so
That looks
Yes.
we
Right.
did have
great
somebody
with us.
who the personality was very boring, but the conversation was like good. He had good information. It's just that no one's gonna watch that.
Nobody's
Nobody.
gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
There was like
Right.
no emotion in his
Right,
face. Like I was
right.
just
You
like,
have to
is
be-
he excited?
Yeah,
Right.
capture
Right.
the audience.
Yeah.
And then we had, listen, y'all on the TikTok page, okay? going at it.
TikTok.
Yes,
Yes.
battling about like, oh, you women are delusional.
Oh,
like,
we're
what did we say
delusional.
that was delusional?
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Talking
they,
about
you
we're
know, they
delusional. It's
misunderstood
like, oh, this is a joke.
my points for sure.
Well, yeah, but I also think they can only see in snippets of certain things.
But watch it from the beginning to the
I
end.
agree
Right,
with you wholeheartedly.
right,
Wholeheartedly,
right.
I agree with that. But you know, sometimes people literally they just have the glasses on, and that's why
Yeah.
there's 5 of us, right? Because when I have my glasses on and I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing what I want to see, one of y'all gonna be like, Bliss, like take them glasses off. You're
Yeah,
tripping.
like,
That's
check-
not what
check
we're
yourself.
saying.
Right,
So
exactly.
we haven't
Yeah,
been
no,
able
that's true.
to like. Take those glasses off of those folks, and everybody on social media always feels like they got a right to respond
Yeah,
to
and you always
everything, no
gonna
matter
have
how
one.
it is.
You
Guess
know,
what?
gonna have
What's
one.
gonna happen
One told
is
me
you
I
get
need a rubber. What do you say? A
blocked.
plastic. I need a
A
plastic.
plastic?
Yeah,
Plastic little
apparently I
dong-
need-
Maybe that, and this is what I'm saying. This is
thought it
why,
was
wait,
hilarious.
this is why I say,
Hilarious.
when a man disrespects a woman, what kind of man is he? Is he really a man or he's a boy?
You know, but that
That's
was the way
what
he
I'm trying to
chose
say.
lead that
It sh-
conversation, and
It
just,
shows that you're
that's
not
my
a man
point.
and you're a boy. So if you don't come after a female, then you're a boy to me.
But I think, I mean, yeah, I understand
It
what you're
is what
saying.
it
I
is.
think that just people lack respect. I mean, there is a
Respect.
way to communicate with somebody, and there's a way not to.
Right.
And you don't
so
have to agree.
you don't have
right?
to
You don't
demean
have to agree, but
somebody
you
if
don't
you
have
don't
to
ag-
demean me
yeah, if you don't agree.
Exactly.
And to be also again a little bit of it is tough, and I think we've all been in the position to not understand the tone through text message. So
Right.
sometimes the tone can be misconstrued, even reading comments
agree.
and all of that stuff as
Yes.
well. So
Right.
it
Because you
is
can't see
difficult
somebody's
to na-
body language.
Right, you can't, and you don't know
Right.
what their
Yeah.
personality is. They might just
who
joke
they
around
are.
like that all the time, like But at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
that- no, that's so true.
It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough. So it's navigating through it. I think is something that we're all going to learn as we go along.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's been fun so far.
It's been fun. The
And-
journey has definitely
yeah,
been
it's
fun.
been a
It's
lot
been
of fun. And I'm
They
looking
gonna
forward
listen.
to-
Whatever guy is up
Yeah,
here,
I'm
you're gonna
looking
see
forward
because
to having
I
men on the podcast.
once a month.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
once a month.
That's not enough, Jamie.
It's not. No, listen. I'm saying once a month. No, you're gonna see like the attitude come out. No, I'm just saying like.
Yes.
What's going on? Oh.
She's PMS.
Yeah.
That's it. Why is it so bad? Like
Has
it's
it
so
gotten
bad.
worse? Has it gotten worse?
Yes.
The older you've gotten? Okay. Yes.
Like literally, I am. It's like a week to 2 weeks before. Like, is there ever a safe week?
No.
Nobody's safe.
So wait, we got 3 to 4 weeks in 4 weeks in a month, and you're saying
That
3
you-
weeks?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
3 weeks out
the
of a month,
week
you're a
of, I'm
bitch.
okay. The week of, I'm
so
okay.
what's the move?
Oh,
You
see,
just
I'm-
cutting
I'm just
people
very.
off? You
Oh
just-
yeah, it's cut off time.
It's
yeah,
cut off.
Okay.
It's like I'm very impatient. Like I said, nobody's safe. Not the dog, not the kids. Like I just
dog.
throw everybody
So
away.
irritability.
Irritability.
I mean, could that be premenopause attached with PMSing since it's changed as you got
First
older?
of all,
Listen,
I was
we
just
are
gonna
women
say-
over 40
No, I
in
know.
our
Women over
40s.
40.
you
I don't
It
know.
changes. It
I don't know,
changes.
but I can somebody bring me a gummy, please?
it could help. It could help.
I understand, and I hate to say, and I mean this in all seriousness. If people feel like this all the time, like I understand why people drink. I understand why they do drugs all the time.
No, that's
okay,
I just have to isolate myself. Like I just have to,
it
go
can't
on my
happen
room
because
and then just
I
watch
literally have
movies.
so much to do.
I know. No,
I
that's
literally am
true.
like working like 90 hours a week.
That's true. You can't
No
call off
lie.
work. You can't. Right.
Have you
Right.
tried meditating? All jokes aside.
Yes.
What's what? Like what? No, we're not saying
I
fuck.
don't
No,
believe that.
fuck it. That's not
I don't
meditating.
believe that. I don't believe that I
Well,
can
that's
picture
another
Jamie meditating. I don't
I
see
think
it.
I now I'm
Really?
gonna
Oh my God,
I'm gonna
I
bring this up.
love- I used to
think-
meditate.
I've
I
known her
don't
for a
know if
little
I
bit.
could either.
She's only good when she's getting some.
That's when she shuts up.
That's when she shuts up. There's no
Whoa,
PMSing.
You're
She's
so hyper and just like
Yeah, I can't see her
ADHD. Like I
shutting
can't
everything
see you
down.
shutting everything down.
I can't
I don't
see
know
it.
if I could either.
I can't see it. I
That's
can
a
see
good
maybe
point.
a half a second.
Yes.
She be like this.
We're
She
gonna have
be
a
like, and then she
meditation
be like,
session
You
here.
know what it is?
right
Like I'm a bubbly person.
Yeah,
Anybody looking?
anybody looking
It
at
takes
me?
me. It takes me a while. Like, see, so what I am big on is self care. Like making sure that I try to be grounded. Like that's the only reason why I'm able to survive. Like
Yeah.
the life I've lived is
Right.
like being grounded, doing things that make me feel good. Getting massages.
Right.
I would go to this this wellness place, and they would do like red light therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sign me up for all of it. I love all that stuff. I do float.
It's
float
good.
pools
Yeah.
You
with the
should
Epsom
try it. That's
salt.
really good.
It just helps center you, but
does.
you're full of it. While that does bring me joy,
No, I'm not full of it. The way how I do it, I go to the islands. Every time I see
Yeah.
overwhelmed, I'm like, peace
Yeah,
out. You
right.
coming? You not coming with?
Right,
Yeah.
but
Bye.
what do you do when you can't do that?
Do
right.
that.
So let's talk about
Hello.
that. Like, let's talk about that. So you mentioned that you have so much going on.
Yeah.
Right. And
Like
it's
5
so
jobs. Like,
yeah,
I'm
but it's
maybe
really that's
6.
light. That's reality, right? Because we do go through these times during
Yeah.
the month, and we can't shut everything down. We may not be able to travel. So how are we managing?
So
that
for me,
time
it's
and
been
still
it's been running, and
Well,
I've
okay.
learned over years that when I get overwhelmed, like the only time that my mind will shut down is when I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
However, injuries, body changes, all these different things, I stopped running, and I just recently got back into it because I don't run for physical, I run for mental. It's literally the only time that my body will just shut down and I'll feel at peace. So, I think physical activity in the gym, meditating are very helpful to
Yeah.
release some of that energy.
I used to
I could agree
train
with
in the
that
gym
because
all
I
the
just started
time.
working back out too, and
Yeah,
it does. Like
It
it really
releases
does
something,
release.
you
I just bought a
something.
treadmill.
I agree.
Yeah.
But music is also my release. Like I can just sit in the room and listen to music and just.
And then you get the knock on the door.
That is true. That
I'm
is
not your
true.
mom today. Okay.
Yeah.
It is
literally,
hard
like, my
though because you do
response.
still have to be mother. You have to be wife. You're working day to day. You're coming home. You have to, cook and all that while still
I ain't
having these
cooking.
emotions
I know.
and feeling like that.
I know,
right?
but see, you have little ones too.
Yes.
But see, I don't. Like, my youngest is 14.
So
but
they're-
now I'm the
right.
grandmom, and like, there's times that I just, you know what I think it, because I have so much on my plate, and I think part of that is like me not wanting to fail. So
Yeah.
So you just
I'm very
pushing through it.
ambitious, and I'm like, oh, opportunity. Like I can't be broke. Like, I don't know how people are okay with just like sitting there waiting for, like, being a recipient, just waiting for everything to come to them.
come
Like,
to
I
them.
can't do
Me
that.
too.
And
Me
so
too.
I probably like work too much. But I want my kids to have, I want to lead them, with something. I want them to build
Yeah.
businesses. And so
Yeah.
like I've,
and I struggled away. Yeah, I agree.
No,
ventured
I
into a new
agree.
business.
Yes. I definitely understand. I think there's just pressure in general with
Yeah.
women. Like, we're
Yeah.
supposed to be able to do it all and
Do it
with a
all.
smile on our
Right.
face.
You get sick.
And I think
you're
I
not
still have the
allowed to
same
be
body
sick, right?
And the
as
same body as a
that I used to
21-year-old
have,
and all of that
the
stuff.
same,
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
Yeah.
Things are, as time goes on, like
Changing
things
and things
age
are
and
aging,
change and,
right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest thing for me now is that it's not so much I think my moods have changed or irritability changed during that time of the month. I'm just tired. Like, it
That
takes
too.
me out. Like, I need like 2 days of
I'm
sleeping.
exhausted, yes.
And then I'll be good. And I go through my highs and my lows just in general over the month. But when it starts getting close to that time, the difference between when I was younger versus now in my life, I am exhausted,
Yeah.
tired.
And mine
And I
is my
also
patience,
could
though.
use
My
a partial
patience.
hysterectomy too,
Yeah.
but because I have
Okay.
So my
Adenomyosis.
experience, because you guys got younger kids, my kids are older, 28 and 23. What I've done that I thought I never had it in me is become selfish to a point that if you can't make your own cereal, that's on you. Because in the islands, that's how they teach us. It's not, mommy, do this for me. No, your mom said, get up and do it yourself.
Right. I agree
So
with that.
I think sometimes it also has to do with the culture. When I was young, my mom, I was the youngest one. Before I left the house at 6 o'clock in the morning, I had to make sure the house was clean. I had to make sure. And if I did it, I would get my ass whooped.
right. Well, yeah,
I'm not saying we should do that, but I'm just saying
we should.
No, life
we should
skills-
teach
it's
our
life skills.
kids.
It's life skills.
Yeah,
Like, no,
it's
when
life
you
skills.
PMSing, you should
It's-
teach your
yes.
kids, listen, mommy's having a rough day today. Let's how about you help mommy do the dishes? And if you can't do the dishes, let me show you how to cook. Both kids, my girl and my boy know how to cook. Because I had 3
agree.
jobs
I
one
agree.
time.
Yeah, that's a valid
Absolutely.
point, though. I think
So
it's very
to
difficult.
take the burden out,
Yes.
that's supposed to
Right.
become selfish, not like self-centered.
selfish,
But
yeah.
be
Right.
selfish and
In
tell
that
them
moment.
this
In
is
that
it
moment.
is. I'm
I
not
agree with
having
that.
a good
It's
day.
okay.
I don't want to take
that
it
it's
on
okay
you.
to be,
I can't
right.
even because we in our 40s. We go through a lot. Our hormones change. We go, like you said,
That's
with
really
PMS.
what it
It's
is.
a
That's
what
lot.
it is. Right.
And another thing, I'm sorry. I know you guys say I'm spicy, but that's part of it too. We're always horny. It is, and we get aggravated when we don't get it.
You do
I
get
am so
aggravated.
sorry. You ever seen a job where you tell like when somebody's getting and
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm
yeah,
moaning
she got
over
laid.
here.
Yes.
She got laid because her face. She comes into work like this.
Skipping.
She's
Yes.
slipping.
Skipping.
Well, I've just been using my wands and.
But that's
the rose
part of
broke.
it too.
The rose broke.
We
bro-
gonna
I-
we
no,
gonna have to
that's
get
not
her
working
another
no more.
rose.
Rose.
We gonna have to get you another rose.
My rose is
Yes.
not work.
You
I don't
gotta keep
understand.
a rose
You have to
in
have a
the
rose.
in
It
the.
is
Yes.
broke.
The
I ordered
arsenal.
a
I
new
became
one.
celibate until
You
I
have
found
to
the right
have
one.
The lies.
The lies.
The lies, I swear to God.
No
A week and a
toys
half
or
in a
nothing.
rose.
A week don't matter. A
And,
week
and
don't
it is
count.
a day. Listen, you can't tell an addict that
day
one that
is
doesn't count. You cannot
Well,
tell
that
an
is
addict.
true. You do have a point.
So you cannot tell me we can have doesn't count. Great
One
job,
day is good.
right?
Great job.
One day is good.
One is
Yes,
good.
yes.
Well,
Yeah,
in my
one point, couple
case,
That is a point.
I was messing with somebody because I'm gonna say messing. I know you could hear me messing.
Hold
I
on.
don't know
Do you
nothing.
meditate?
Right.
Does meditation help
I
you?
blocked his ass. I had to. I had no choice because he was taking my energy out. I was like, I'm trying to be the spiritual, nice person I am. But then you come messing up. You're screwing somebody else. You're bringing that energy to me.
I'm sorry.
No, sir. No more.
No
Block.
more block.
No
Now I'm celibate
Next.
and I'm having next. Going home, guys. Just making
we're
sure.
gonna get Janie and Day a
Right.
rose.
Yes.
We're gonna have a little field trip after this podcast.
Wait, the
and
rose.
we're
I've
gonna
already
go.
been through the roses.
I just don't
held a
understand
few.
how you can break
Listen,
the rose.
going through
Like,
the rose
that's
is
what I'm
fine.
She's in her
but you
40s,
need to
that's the
replace it
problem.
when it goes.
No, yeah, but the thing is with me, like I use the wand and it may get me there, but it's different. I need the penetration.
Yeah, but the penetration and the rose can.
They have one. I
But
saw
what
it.
am I, what am I using to penetrate? Like I don't want
The
to-
wand.
No, the
No,
wand
no.
can't fit up in there. That thing is big.
Oh,
Not-
I
you
know what
can't
you're
put the-
talking
oh.
about.
The
I'm
wand,
thinking-
like,
I'm
it's like-
thinking-
I'm about to say, wait a
I'm thinking about
She's trying to mess up my future.
I'm trying to think about something completely different.
No,
I
not
know
that
what you,
one.
yeah,
No,
I
I
know
know-
what you're talking about.
Yeah, no. She's trying to mess up my future. he ain't gonna
I
want to
believe
touch
that
that.
you know you
never
can
gonna
handle
be.
some things.
Yes.
But that is like it's like a micro.
Yeah,
like a,
yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're
it's like-
talking
yeah,
about.
that
Those are
thing
the two things I feel like
is it
every
bigger
woman
than
has
this?
to have.
It
Though I
might
feel
be.
like you need a
Oh,
wand
it's
and a
small.
rose.
Yeah,
just
they ain't
became
going
celibate.
there.
I think I'm better off.
Well, I will say
For
I
this
had
week.
this conversation.
Okay, because she changes her mind weekly, like she changes her draws.
I've had
I
this
don't wear them, so sorry. Just in case out there. Oh, yeah, don't wear any.
No, but I've had that conversation that I do feel like that you know, like if you have too much sex, then it makes you want more. The more you have, the
Exactly.
more you want.
Oh, that's
I think-
me.
Yeah, I feel like
But
that's
that's
most
what I'm
women.
saying,
I
yes.
do feel well, at least sexual women. I can't say that. You
Yeah.
know, but
It
women
is, it's
who are
true.
sexual beings, I do feel like
I'd just rather not do it.
sometimes it's better just to become celibate.
And that's what I
because
keep. I told that to
it's either
Jamie. I had
on
that
or it's
conversation.
off. I can't really be in
I
between.
can't do
No in
this. If
between.
you're not gonna give it to me how I want it, and I'm talking about once a week, that shit don't work for me. That once a week, twice a week. No, let's try 3-4 times a day.
We
then
had
maybe.
some sore spots.
No,
over here
no,
with
sir.
Jamie.
No, sir.
Well, you know,
No, sir. Boy,
My
if
hair
you
is
can't handle me, then you gotta go.
Noises.
Are there
problem-
men out there that can do that?
Yes.
what?
No, reality. Like seriously.
Reality?
Like, in reality.
I'm gonna tell you.
3-4 times a day. Every
Yes,
You said,
they
are there
can.
men that can do
I don't
Yes,
want
they
a man
can.
that can give me
Every
sex 3-4
day.
times a day because that means you ain't out there busting your
I
ass,
was
boo
about to say,
boo.
first of all, what are you doing home all
He a-
day that
he
you
a
can
stay-at-home-
just come
stay at home
Entrepreneurship.
husband.
Wait. Wait, so I try to
3-4 times a day?
people
This is what you
who
doing?
know. I try to deal with people.
He's her
who-
slave.
No,
I
I wish.
I'll
No,
be home
that
for
is-
lunch and
Lunch?
Make that lunch with,
this is
with
what
a
I'm
dick
saying.
on a piece of bread.
If you're in a relationship, a serious relationship with somebody, let's say so-called living, or you live in your place, I live in place, you know, in the morning, maybe you could see each other for lunchtime.
Maybe.
Maybe if it's not, but okay, not 3,
This
4,
is
but
not
I
a
need 2 times a
consistent
day.
thing. This
Yeah.
I
cannot
need
be
2
a
times a day.
consistent thing.
I think that
I can
would-
see the morning and night, you know. I can. That's realistic.
Randy,
but
you
even
don't
that, it's
understand.
hard.
We
You're
talking like 15-minute quickies?
Right.
Yes.
See, no, I'd
15,
rather just
and then-
one good long session
Hell
before I
no.
go to bed, or when I wake up. I don't need 15 minutes throughout the day.
No, that one good
And then
session
four
for me.
times,
Bang
3-4
out, just
times a
bang
day.
out.
So like I said, I was
15
messing with
minutes?
this guy,
No.
right? He came. We had lunch. We were supposed to have lunch. We wasn't having lunch. No, he's not that kind of kid.
Oh, but he did.
Oh, he did that 3-4 times. And I'm like, this is it? And I'm like, for an hour, like, D. I'm like, I look at him like, that's it? He said, but it's been an hour. I'm like, you understand what I told you. There's certain times before PM, like
Yes,
PMSing.
yes.
All you want to do, that's
Yes.
what I meant.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
highest-
3-4
yeah.
times
That's
I
different.
need it
Yeah.
because
That's different.
Yeah.
it just triggers me.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, and I
No.
thought I was going crazy. I ain't
You
crazy.
are. I mean, no, you're not crazy.
I am not crazy because there's certain women don't want to say it because
No,
they want to
no,
be
yeah.
not you guys, but in being concerned.
Right.
Oh, she crazy.
I mean,
who
but
have
really,
sex like that?
all women are not sexual.
Yeah.
though.
It's
all
something-
women are not that
Brandy,
sexual.
I wasn't like that. That's what I'm
I've
just
been
trying
like
to
that all my
tell you.
life.
Yeah,
In my
I know,
20s
you-
and my
you know.
30s, I was not. This just
You
happened.
was not sexual in
No.
your 20s and 30s?
Oh.
No, I was like, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, the housewife thing. It's now that,
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. It's only now I became the great hoe.
The what?
Great
the
hoe.
goat.
The great
The great
hoe?
hoe. Yeah, or the goat, or whatever you got, the goat hoe. You know what it
goat
stands,
hoe?
right?
Oh shit, goat hoe.
What exactly
Damn.
does that mean?
It says
Are you claiming
greatest of
you're-
all times, right?
Uh-huh.
But the hoe is not a hoe. Happiness over everything. So if you want to have sex, you don't want to have sex. If you want to travel, you don't want to travel.
Okay, so
it's-
the HOE.
Yes,
Happiness over
happy.
everything.
Yes, so that's why I
Okay.
call myself. So if
That's
you want to
her
call me
whole
a
face.
go hoe,
I
I'm
like
the go
it,
hoe.
though. I like
Yeah.
it.
That's her
I
whole
am.
face.
Yeah.
I am
her
the
whole
new.
face.
So if you guys,
So
and I
this
don't get
started.
offended.
This started at what age? Because
2
you
years
wasn't
ago.
How many?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Since I started. Since
2
I
years
started.
ago, I can't.
Since I started, I've been on one.
But that's what I'm saying, and I get
Been on that
angry
train.
if I don't get sex. That's why I'm like,
Well, I
So
think
you're
I
more
think
sexual before and then and
Mm-hmm.
this is to everyone here. You're more sexual right before you come on your
yes.
Yes.
period?
Yes.
yeah, there's
I
like
am
a
too.
yeah.
Yes.
There's
Like, you
definitely a
want it
time.
more-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and it
Yeah.
wasn't the
I am
30s
too.
because at 39 I thought,
Wake up with a slip and slide.
Okay, no, but it just happened like after like 30, 44, 30, 43, 44, 45. It just gets more and more. I'm like, what the hell?
My
This
worry
not
is
normal.
that 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, like in 50s or 60s, I'm gonna not want it.
No, so
I'm gonna take pills.
What do
Well,
they
yeah.
say? What is the age that it does? Because I know there's a time when you peak, right? And then
the peak is you're like your mid 40s, and that's what's
No, I
going
think
on
it
with
was
me.
before
I don't. It
that.
said
I feel
30s for
like I
women
was-
and 20s for the guys. That's
Yeah.
what they,
No, guys
I
are done
thought
by
it was
25.
like 40s.
It's
I
done
thought
by
it was
25.
40s too,
Yeah,
and
I
I
thought it
definitely
was
feel
40s
like
for
for me,
me. Yeah,
it was,
it's
it
there
was
for
40
sure.
when
But
I turned.
I also wonder if it is just our lifestyle changing too. We're not running around after little
Mm-hmm.
kids. You know, we're also a lot more confident in who we are.
Exactly.
You know, so
Well, yeah,
there's
you
a
have that
lot of,
self-actualization.
Like, outside
Yeah.
stuff that I wonder why, like when we're in our 40s, we just don't care. Like we're
You
like,
don't
hey,
care.
listen,
I
this
agree.
is who we are. We're okay.
Mm-hmm.
We want sex.
right.
And we're not
What's up?
ashamed to
but
say
as
it.
you mentioned, you don't want so you don't like quickies. You just want
No,
all
I
along
like
sex?
quickies,
Oh, okay.
but
You
if
just
I had an
saying,
option
okay.
between, because if it's like 3 or 4
3,
every
4
single
times.
day, like that's the.
First of
good
all,
for like a
having
good
a
5
cat nap.
minutes.
You
I
have a
can't do
cat
4
nap.
to
You can't
5
sleep the
times.
whole
I mean,
day.
I like
I'm
variety,
goddamn
so
busy
you
to be
know,
having
maybe
sex
on a
3, 4 times.
Monday it will be 4 times for 15 minutes, but on a Tuesday we
Right.
can have a good hour. You know, I do like variety.
Yeah, and I
but
love the
lifestyle-
spontaneous sessions.
spontaneous.
Yeah, like-
definitely.
Go in
Okay,
the
so
bathroom
that's
real
okay.
quick.
And then when you're on
Yes.
vacation,
Oh,
What's that?
vacation.
But that's
shit.
different. You're doing
Vacation
Outside
list-
while everybody's
vacation
there.
You're
list
doing
is not the
literally
same.
nothing. Like you're not home. It's
Right.
you're literally doing
I'm not
nothing.
the same person.
Exactly.
Vacation Liz and New Jersey Liz
That
are
is-
two
is
totally
two
different
That is
people.
for sure.
That is
Absolutely.
faux shout. Faux
For
shout.
sure.
I am not the same
Yeah,
person.
you can't compare the two. You know,
I can't
no.
stop laughing because
You know,
you're so reserved.
Look.
I'm very reserved.
yes, you. That's a buck wild side coming out there.
Right.
She's for a second, she's like, oh, wait, vacation? You're like, vacation?
I
Wait, hold
can't
up.
expose that. We're in New Jersey. Perhaps when we get our little girls trip going, if y'all have
You know,
a
the
chance
thi-
to
the-
see
Yeah,
that.
me,
Yeah, I
you meet vacay Liz.
Right, exactly.
Only ready for
Vacay
vacation.
Liz.
I think it's just like I think it's like hormones or you
Yeah.
know things
Yeah.
like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm okay with I'm okay with either. Like longer, there's times when it's longer, there's times when it's not. There might be times when it might be twice in one day, but it might be times when it's like 3 days go by,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. It
Yeah.
just if I'm with somebody, I want to be connected
Right.
with that person,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But there's times like if I'm tired, if I'm not feeling well, if I fall asleep, or if he does,
I won't turn down,
well, no,
even if I'm tired. That's one thing.
I'm just saying if you
Everything
fall
else,
asleep and it, I'm saying if you
But-
fall asleep and it doesn't
Right.
happen
For him, if he falls asleep, okay, yes. If I fall asleep, just just knock me on the back of my shoulder.
No, you don't even have to knock.
But
Just
no,
wake me
yeah,
up,
no, I
yeah.
agree. I do agree.
Yeah.
Like
I agree,
it's
Heidi.
just
I'm
life.
just like, don't
It's
knock,
life.
just go ahead, do it.
Just,
And
yeah.
especially, you
I
know,
love
being in
this
long relationships, you know, and just moving relationships, the dynamic of the relationships changing. Someone who's got their new jobs or new career paths, or you got 5 jobs, things going on, new businesses and all that stuff.
a
There's
lot
going to be a
going
time
on.
frame where it is kind of
Yeah.
pulling
Yeah,
away.
but I think
Absolutely.
the thing is, like, especially with, you know, us being single. I mean, I know you two were married, but like,
It's hard.
at this point, I feel like where I am right now is like I could. I mean, you know, there's like a lineup, like a roster, you know, but you could literally call people and you know, but it's like
not
I
the
don't
same.
want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Like
it's not
And
the
that's
same.
maybe
where
at
it
one
comes in.
point I had a rotation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, but like now it's like I don't want
No.
that. If I feel like
Yeah.
if it's not something that's tangible, if I don't see any longevity, I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. And then the
Right.
other
Yeah.
thing is too, if I like the kind of sex, or if I like, you know, like our chemistry, then I'm gonna wanna do it with you all the
Right.
time.
Right.
That's what I was
Right.
trying
Yeah.
to say.
Right.
That me, I'm horny up with just one person. So when you
I'm
guys, when
horny
I
with
say,
one person.
no, really, when I say I'm a freak, it's just with that
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I
Right.
can't
Right.
like,
Just
like
be
I
out
have, like you
having-
said, a roster.
yeah.
I can't do that. Me per se, I need to have chemistry or have, you know, a connection, at least speak to you before you get into my panties. Well, I don't wear panties.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Before you get-
Panties.
Panties.
Yeah,
I like
back
how
in
you
the day
said
when I
that,
was
girl.
younger, panties, but I can't wear, I don't
Panties.
wear no panties
That's how
no
I'm
more.
gonna say it from
I
now
like
on.
how you said that.
Say what?
Panties. It just sounds,
Yeah,
so much
panties,
better when you say it.
Or panties?
Yes.
I think for women,
It's different.
It is.
It's not
At
for
this
me.
age-
It is
I'm
different.
old school.
Yeah.
When so I laugh,
girl, you know, you had one on a Tuesday and the next one on a Friday.
but there's only one. I block him and then I go to the next one, but I don't do the same time.
At one point, yeah.
No, so you know this is what I do now. I go like this on my phone. It's like when it's like, oh yeah, kind of like yeah, you're one of 5 on the list. Hold on, I'll come back to you.
105. I don't
105.
have no list.
One
I
of 5.
literally have.
You know why? Because when you're secure of yourself, you're not fucking with nobody else. Sorry.
You're allowed to curse.
You're not,
We bear it all.
you're not fucking with somebody else, but you're putting yourself first. Because before,
Yeah.
I'm like Jamie, I'm a people pleaser. Yes, baby, whatever. Now I'm like, no, bitch. No,
Well, I don't wanna
you
talk like that
want
to a
me
man.
to
Right.
cater
Right.
to you.
Right. I
I,
wanna
want
talk
you to
to-
cater
yeah.
to me. It's both. I
Yeah.
can't be that submissive to you if you're not willing to put in the work as to how I am. I'm in the beginning. I give you everything you want. So now when I'm asking you, let's go out. Let's do this. I don't even have to ask you. So if I have to ask you and you don't want to go out with me, obviously you're in some situationship with somebody else, or you're somewhere else that you don't want to be seen with me.
Ooh, this is personal.
Right, right.
Yes.
We went away from
Hold
what
on
we
now.
was-
Okay, so let me
No, not personal. It ain't about him.
to switch the question though. So we're speaking at like you're saying that you hope it doesn't change as you get older, like your sexual drive
Right.
and whatnot.
Oh,
So are
yeah.
you for HRT, the hormone replacement therapy for women, or is that something you would probably do more so try like natural ways of doing it first?
I just think it depends, like, because I know they have like the pellets and stuff like
Yes,
that.
the
So I
pellets.
know.
I know there's some
Right,
cream or
there's some
something.
cream,
There's
yeah.
there's oral
Yes.
medication.
But you got to be
There's
careful with the
different
cream.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
What's
know
wrong with the
You can't
somebody.
be touching me. You can't, like, you have to let it dry and touch and
Oh.
stuff. You can't touch, I don't know.
A cream that does what?
You put it's like estrogen.
Estrogen,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
And you
yeah, yeah.
like rub it
And
in
the
your,
pellets
your,
is right here.
I'd rather
They
just
put it
shoot
there.
my butt. Just shoot it in my butt.
I know someone
you know.
who does. She is on the pellet, and she loves them.
She loves
She
it.
loves them.
Well, so somebody that I know, actually a couple people that I know did the pellets, and they were against it. They like homeopathic type of
Right.
like, you know, natural ways of treatment. But she said that like she had like a funny odor, and she could not. She's like when she hit that menopause stage, oh God, I would die.
No, it
But there was, like,
is.
a funny
It's
odor.
we
part
go
of-
through so
Yeah.
much.
We go through
I know
so
you guys
much.
don't understand.
We
And
go
I
through
think that
so much.
sometimes this is why I think a lot of times it's important to have men either tune in or to be a part of this,
Right.
because I think it's going to make you a better man, a better partner, being understanding to a woman if you actually know what they're going through. Like sometimes, I mean, just something is isolated as like postpartum depression.
Right.
You know, after you have a baby, like sometimes you don't even know what's
And how
going
to
on.
comfort
Sometimes
that
you
woman in that
you can
way,
be
right.
suicidal, and it's instead of like making fun of me,
Yeah.
instead of
Or
treating
just
me a certain
completely
way.
missing it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she's just being a bitch.
But
you
I
know?
think
Exactly.
it's just so. I think it's so difficult. I think it's the same just with mental health, because it's not
yeah.
something on the outside that we all wear.
Absolutely.
It's
Right.
just difficult to have that understanding of what a person's
Right.
going through, because I don't even know if we make sense of it. Like, it's like we have this feeling, it's weird, we don't know where it's coming
Right.
from. I just
Right.
know
So
I just
true.
am like not feeling like shit
Or just
today.
don't even acknowledge it. Like,
Or we don't know.
you
Push
know,
through, push through, push through, push
yeah.
through, and then
And
you
then
shower
you're-
crying.
And then you're
Right.
don't
No,
know
that's
why.
the thing. Or then
Right.
you're just like,
Right.
then you want to cuss everybody out.
Uh-huh.
And to be honest, I mean, lately I've been feeling very much like that. Like I'm very short fused, because it's like, oh my God, just like so much going on.
Yeah.
I'm so in like high demand everywhere I'm at.
So
But
this
I
is
feel
what
like
I'm
the
saying.
older I got, I've been able to really tune into those feelings, right? Like before, when I was younger, it was like, you know, you have those moments I'm crying, like, you know. But now I really tune into that. Like, what's going on with me today? You know, like what's going
What's
on?
triggering
really
it?
triggering me. Like,
Why
I
am I
really
feeling this
think
way?
more about
Yeah.
it and give it more thought now.
Right.
To try to figure out, you know, how to manage it, how to cope, how to, you know, those type of things. But I think that came with age, right?
Yeah.
Have you
know?
ever thought of journaling? Write it down. I have. I started it, and it's the best thing.
That's a good idea.
You journal your thoughts, how you
Journaling
feel.
never helped for me.
I have a
did
journal and I forgot the passcode, and
It's a it's a paper
The little
notebook.
by password
Yeah.
journal. The little.
I bought the password one because I don't want nobody reading my,
Right,
and I
right.
can't
And they have it on your
figure
phone
out.
and
I
everything
tried
now,
to
but
get
that just
into it.
wasn't- I think it's great but for
It
me,
is.
it just.
I'm.
I don't
This is
know.
how I'm going to journal while I'm driving to work. Like, okay, Siri, please write. You know,
I think it's important.
So
that
that's
we-
what I'm saying. You don't make time. That's just what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Being
For
self.
yourself.
I
That's what I
don't
was
make
getting
enough.
ready
You're
to
not
say.
becoming selfish.
Right.
You want to be helping this one, helping that one, helping
Yeah,
one,
but this
and then
is
you
my
forget about
job.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's my whole
No.
point.
When
I'm-
it comes home, your kids, the youngest one is 14.
No.
Your job is to tell them, listen, let's take roles. Everybody do
I don't
something.
know if it's
It's
that
not
easy
that.
though, Dave,
It's-
because
it's
I
not,
have young
because-
children
yeah,
and I'm
it's
big
not.
on life skills, right? And my children, my 10-year-old can make you a full breakfast. You know, she knows how to cook. My children know how to cook. They know how to care for them. They're very self-sufficient, right?
Right.
But you're still a mother. Like, you know, it's not easy to just be like, okay, I'm going to go in my room and just shut down
Yeah.
and not, you know, be there with my children. Yeah, okay.
I
they're in
haven't
the-
cooked
they're-
dinner in probably like a couple
Yeah,
of
they'll
days.
I'm
cook
saying
and
that.
everything, but
I
they're
ha-
still.
I
It's
ain't
not
doing all
easy to
this.
just
It's
shut
not, but
down.
this
you
is where
know?
mental health comes. So
I know you're right though. I'm
So
just
if
saying
you
it's
don't
not
do
so
that,
easy to
I
be
know.
so selfish when you have so many roles.
Like I have a
and so many
full-time
different
job.
things
I'm
going on.
working on 2 businesses. I'm
Right.
also contracted and I run youth programs and then I train. So there's a lot of things that I
It's a
do.
lot.
And yes, I chose to take it on and, you know, could I say, but I get paid for all of them.
Yeah,
Right.
but then there's some things that you're passionate about too, and you
Yeah,
want to do, right?
right.
So
So
same thing.
it is tough to find a balance. Like I completely, like my daughter the other day, she's like, "Mom, I have a splinter," and I said, "Okay, go to urgent care."
So
She
this
said,
is what I'm
"Mom, you
trying to
can't
say.
just not mom. You can't just not mom. You got to get it out." I said, "Oh no, girl."
So this is what I mean by self-care. Be selfish. I had something happen to me, major happen to me that I had no choice. I was you. Wife, kids, everything, working.
You were married to the
helping.
wrong man. No.
No,
I
well,
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what happened when I didn't take care of myself because I got so overwhelmed? End up in the hospital and I had no choice. They had to do it on their own.
No, I completely.
Yeah.
I was in
agree, Dave. We
ICU for
do-
2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
when you
understand
get
it.
to
Yeah,
that
I
point
definitely understand.
that
We-
you can't handle it and you just want to burst at everybody like your PMS, like no, it's okay
have
to
to-
take
Yeah.
one day.
I think it comes
Not
a
even
time
just-
when
not
women
even
just
just
really
one day.
just lose themselves.
No,
Like,
at least one day of the
definitely
month
had a
and
point-
say,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
listen,
definitely
I
had a
don't
point in my
care.
life where it was like, okay, you know, without the kids, without my husband, you know, without my hair, like the things that I do,
Who
my
am
job, who am I?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what do I do just for me? So I get your point, you know, self-care and just even learning yourself, you know, as you
Relearning
go,
over
But
and
it comes with
again.
spending
You
time with
know?
yourself, and
It
this is
do.
why, like, you know, I make, you know, pretty good money. I would like to make more, right? But this is why I make sure I get my waxes every 4
Right.
weeks faithfully. You done seen all in my vagina. I just had to like say that, like,
Right. Y'all go together.
who would have thought we would have been friends?
We go
I'm a
together.
waxer.
I tell my
Who thought we
waxer
would've
too.
been
We go
friends?
together real bad, girl. You is
Real bad, right.
We go together real bad.
If I ever smell, please tell me. Okay, that's a side note. Anyway.
Lord.
Not just that, like, I try to get massages. You know, I used to go like once a month, sometimes twice a month. But I get my pedicures, I got my manicures. I do those things for myself because that's my time to be
you.
able to like just do what I want. I don't care what bill is coming up. Oh well, if I can't afford it, I can't afford that bill. I'm getting this stuff
Doing the
done, you
things,
know.
yeah,
So
that
I
you
think
want.
that,
But I'm talking about self-care, so just going for a walk.
well, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
Yeah.
Hug a tree. I know it
I
sounds
think
crazy.
No,
think-
no, that don't sound crazy
something
at all.
Yeah.
to
No.
ground yourself because sometimes and now I'm with me at least spiritual. That energy around you.
That's it.
That's
Right.
the problem. You're
Right.
picking up everybody's energy. So that's why I said I make fun and stuff. But when coming back, when you sleep with somebody, you pick up everybody's energies from back to back. That's why I decided to become celibate. Not because I'd rather not even deal with it because I lose myself because I want to please you so much that I forget what I'm at, who I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
And me and her
I'm
were
a
having that
pleaser.
conversation.
yeah, we always have these
I
conversations.
said, listen,
about
I
that.
can't. It's not that I don't like the person. It's just that when I see myself doing too much and I don't want it back, but show a little bit of appreciation. You don't have to tell me, but buy me flowers, man.
I think
Do
one of
me
the things
something.
too is
So just go walk,
right,
go for a walk.
and that's
just
what
go
I
for a
want.
walk.
Yeah.
Right, because I think that when we're sitting back and we're kind of like receiving, we get massages, we're receiving, we're getting our nails done, we're receiving. You need something also to push out that
Exactly.
energy, and that's what I find in my running is that it's
Yeah.
everything.
Well, that's what we
sitting
talked about
here.
running,
Build up
yeah.
and
It's
all
like when
that.
I'm running, that's my exhale.
Yeah.
That is my releasing. You
Yeah.
know, because I get my massages once a month. I get my nails done. I make sure that I go for my walks and all that stuff. That exhale is
But
just
that
as
running
important
is
as that
important.
inhale.
Releases endorphins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even if you just go to the gym
Just
and
for
work
a
on the
walk.
treadmill,
Workout,
like I feel like all that built up is a good release. And I
Yeah.
know everyone doesn't like to exercise and it's not their thing, but like you said, a walk, a
Yeah,
run,
but
a
it
bike.
is important for your
And
mental
leave.
health.
so
And
it
I'm
really
so
is.
sorry.
And reading.
Leave this alone at least.
I agree with that
When you
too.
go for that walk,
Yeah.
Yes,
I
put the
know
phone
we
down.
got responsibilities. Forget about the gone phone. I said that phone could wait for 2 hours. Ain't gonna kill you. So this is what I do at night, and I know when I date, they think something is wrong with me. No, seriously, because this is what I do, and I tell them when I date them, I don't cheat because I don't like to be cheated. But when I go to sleep, my ring is off. It's not on until the next morning. And I mean, I care if you call me 12 o'clock and now you're telling me something. I mean, I care. I ain't
Right.
picking up. I
He
ain't
said,
God.
"Me not care."
I ain't
care.
God, and I ain't no doctor. So you're
Right.
not taking my beauty rest.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Right.
So if
We
you
all
want
need our booty rest. Beauty
Exact-
rest.
Yes.
Booty rest.
I meant beauty. Yeah.
beauty,
Explain
yes.
that.
You know why? And that's why I became selfish.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you
me
have to be
having
you
what
have
my
to
thing
be
is-
selfish with
yeah,
yourself.
my heart
Yeah.
issues made me who I am. That's why I'm like, am I crazy? Like,
I think
no.
that's the biggest struggle, though.
No.
I don't think
Yeah.
women know how to be selfish.
No.
Men,
Oh, they know how to do
That's
it.
something that I would love to have a conversation about. How do they just? I'm going to go golf. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the
And-
movies, and, there could be
and
chaos going around. But they are so good with just being
I'm
and
doing what
selfish
I'm
in a good
doing.
way.
But that's how
Like,
they're
they-
wired.
it's-
Right.
That's
Right.
how they're
Because
wired.
we think about everything else. that
I
we had,
admire it.
okay,
Because that's like
I
we're
don't-
we're nurturers
Right.
nurturers at heart. So we have that's
Run the
I
it's just in our
wish
DNA.
that I
make
could
sure.
just-
Right.
And
Before
the way
I
they
do
fall
this.
asleep, how it's just like, I'm tired. Me, my mind is like
Mine too. The whole day, the next day is going.
Like those
But I feel like it
things.
is still a lot for
Yeah.
a man because they still have to like show up to lead, right? And I think that that's especially when you're leading a household
yeah.
and
Yeah.
provide.
I'm sure
you
it's
know, it is a
exhausting.
lot, and I think
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
we don't even understand
No, we
the,
don't.
No.
the mental exhaustion.
No.
when
And
it
then
comes
just
to
that protection, like, you know, in a household
Yeah.
like my husband with
Yeah.
children and me and being that provider,
Right.
being that protector,
pressure
that
of-
pressure,
Yeah.
making the right decision as the man, you know,
Yeah.
like that's
and
a
even
lot
the
of
outside
pressure.
that we
Yeah,
don't
and
really,
everything
you know,
else that they're
have. No,
dealing
I
with
agree.
outside, I
There's
agree
that
with
speak,
that.
but those two things I definitely would love.
Yeah.
When we have either our permanent co-host or a guest co-host.
guest.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna
Yes.
want to tap
Yeah.
into that because
I would love to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
Ah.
yeah.
Woo,
Our
that was
time-
exhausting talking about
Talking
being a
about
woman.
women.
We just
Ah,
excelled.
I don't even know how that flow went, but we got some things off our chest today.
But you know what? This is
Yes.
something that I do from, you know, that I chose
Mm-hmm.
even to join the podcast. It was something that it was like, you know what? Something without the kids, without my husband.
you.
For me, that I enjoy.
Yes.
You know, being surrounded with women that I love.
Being
having
a
these
woman.
conversations. Yes. That is a release
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
Right? This
This is
time
part,
is
for
a
sure.
release for me.
and that's
you
exactly,
know?
and I was gonna make that point as well. Like
It's a
that's how
verbal
that's I
journal.
feel
Yes.
what this
A
is my-
verbal journaling.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is.
it is.
It really is.
So I
It's
do
like a
journal every
decompression
day. I
time.
write. I get up before in the morning,
That's
and
good.
at
It's something I
night.
definitely
good.
recommend for people, but I've tried it, and for me, I don't know. I
Yeah.
never really
I just
got
think
that.
you know, I would have like a word vomit, and it would be like it has to be locked.
Yeah.
Because like it's just the way I'm feeling because there's some
Right.
things
Yeah.
that I
Right.
would put.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
my
me
kids would
too.
probably
The
be
way
like, "Oh my
how I
God,
started-
you
I
don't
know.
like
Maybe
me
that's
no."
my thing. Like I don't know if I released fully when
No,
I
you
did
probably
it.
Yeah,
didn't.
you're holding
I don't know
back.
if I really.
Even
I'm
if it's
it's
something
easier for me
negative
to
that you were just feeling in that moment, just get it out. You
Well,
know?
that is
No,
one
maybe
thing
I
though.
didn't.
Once it's on paper, it's kind of like it makes it real.
I
Yeah.
know.
So having
yeah.
feelings in
Yeah.
here is one thing, but when
Yeah.
you put it on paper, it's like, oh shit!
Right.
Like
Uh-huh.
people
Yeah.
can really see this
Yes.
and validate or not validate. But this is like a real, like, oh my god, I can't stand my kids today. It's
Right.
on paper.
Like, so I don't say
it's
that.
real.
The first thing I say is
Exactly.
thank you.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
you do journaling and also your
Spiritual
but
ways.
okay. So
yeah, because I'm very grateful. I'm very
Yeah,
thankful.
that's good.
I'm
Right.
happy
That's
that I'm
good.
alive.
Yeah.
okay,
You
ho.
know, yep. Go.
You the biggest
hard.
ho.
So I'm very
Happiness over
thankful
everything.
about everything. Listen,
Yeah.
even to my heart attack, I'm
Yes,
thankful.
good and bad.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, it
Because
sounds like
sometimes you have. It's
I had to
necessary
go
to go
through
through
that
things.
to who I
Yeah.
am today.
You are
If my
necessary to go
ex-husband didn't do whatever he did, and all the guys that I tried to date to have a relationship, I'm actually learning from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, it's like,
You
okay,
better.
yeah.
girl. I'm like,
Yeah. Some
check,
things you
check,
gotta go through
check.
to really
Yeah.
understand it.
So
No,
our
seriously.
tip for the day is
Yes.
Journal.
to journal,
To journal.
to run.
Or do
Try
something-
those two things.
some type of
of
walk.
meditation.
And I know it sounds
Yes.
crazy.
Meditation,
Hug a
some type
tree. That energy, that negativity, energy that going on around people, go hug the tree. The tree is gonna take it and say thank you.
And
Me,
don't
I'll be looking at the
forget,
tree
And I
to see if
was
there's
gonna
any
say
spiders on there.
outside with your barefoot.
Yes, walk on the
outside all
grass. It's
time.
nice
Feel the
now.
Perfect way to
feel
end.
the earth, you know.
With your bare foot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear it all.
Bear it all.
So that's one of the reason I'm saying. Even though you don't have to go to the islands, there's beaches around here.
Bitches.
Beaches.
Oh, beaches.
I didn't love our
All right, guys.
Well, my
Thank you
kids-
for tuning in.
Thank you.
My accent.
Another
happiness
It was
over
a pleasure.
everything.
Bear it all.
Bear it all.
Bear it all.
Bitches.
I was trying to like end it so we could.
I don't know how that's gonna come out.
But no, but I'm not kidding.
No,